Susan?
Yeah. Sue. Yeah.
Okay. So, and you're from Las Vegas?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 47 this year.
47. Okay.
Yeah.
And you grew up in Norwalk?
Yeah. Grew up in Norwalk, moved to Vegas, then I'm over here. Yeah.
Okay. So then, what was your childhood like? Did you have both parents?
Had both my parents most of the time, and then my mom, she disappeared for since I was 8. Yeah, she was gone, and then I got a stepmom at 17.
How was that?
Yeah, you know what? We don't get along at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, never.
So, do you talk to your parents still now?
Yeah.
Do
I
they
talk
know
to my
you're
dad.
homeless?
I talk to my dad. Yeah, he knows I'm homeless, but he knows I would rather be homeless than live anywhere near them, like at all. Because I got divorced from my husband, who was real abusive, and then yeah, it was all bad after that. And they go, "Oh, come live with us," and they're like, my stepmom's evil. So I just decided to be homeless. I'd rather be homeless.
Okay.
I'd rather be homeless. Yeah.
How long have you been homeless?
About 4 years now.
All right.
Yeah.
And what led to that?
Series of misfortunate events is what you can call it. It's like one thing after another, and it wasn't like, drug abuse. I'm addicted to drugs now and alcohol now, but I wasn't at the time. Like, and I got that on the street. But at the time, it was just like I was just fed up, I think, of the abuse, and especially from my ex-husband, like real bad abuse.
So what's your drug of choice?
Alcohol.
Oh, alcohol. Okay.
100% alcohol. There's nothing else like that suits me like that. Anything else, like I'll do like a little bit here and there, meth, whatever, just to stay awake, to drink more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's real.
So,
That's fucked up, though.
do you have any kids?
Yeah, I have 2 kids. They're both, they're grown. Well, my son is still 17. He lives with his dad. But my daughter, she's grown. She lives right over here.
Do they know you're homeless?
Yeah, she knows I'm homeless. But she stays with my stepmom and my dad.
Oh, so you don't really talk to them?
Nah.
Okay.
The only time I really had to run in with the cops is when they kicked me out of my folks' house. They kicked me out of there, came and told me I had 15 minutes, and I had just moved out here. And I was like, couldn't believe it. The only time I had a problem with the cops, they kicked me out of my house, like right where I live. I couldn't believe it. And then so I get this court date, and this is where it gets brutal. Like, it is brutal. I get this court date. I'm on the streets for 30 days. They just kick you out, knowing nobody, out on the street, and I was kind of lost. 30 days, and I hitchhike all the way to Barstow to go to this court date to like not be homeless, and I just got in the car with the wrong person, like picked me up. Yeah, that day.
Why do you say that? What happened there?
Oh, like, and I guess like, you know what, I think people prey on like homeless people, and he just assumed like I wouldn't be missed or type thing. And I knew it, like right when I get in the car, like you feel it. Like I looked at him and like, oh man.
Hair on the back of your neck standing up?
Yeah, like this is not good. And I'm trying to tell him where I need to get to, and it's like, I got a daughter. I'm trying to tell him everything like you're supposed to tell him. And he wasn't hearing it. And as soon as he slowed down, I tried to open the door, and it didn't even open from the inside. Like, I thought, oh man, this is the worst thing.
So you're terrified?
Yeah, this is the worst thing that could ever happen to me. And right when I looked over at him, like this, and he just hit me, bing, over and over until I was knocked out. Out. And that was like the first like day of the
That's horrible.
worst week of my life. Yeah, he kept me for a week. In a storage container out in Oro Grande, like.
So you were pretty much just kidnapped, held hostage for a week?
For a week. And one of those storage containers, the metal storage containers.
So hot or cold?
It was so friggin' hot. Like I thought I was gonna die in there. Like. And like he didn't give me nothing to drink or nothing to eat, nothing. So I had like I had a bucket and that was it. Like I don't know. He would take like my whatever out, and like I don't know what he did with it. He was really weird.
That was for you to go to the bathroom in or something?
Yeah, it was for me to go to the bathroom in, and he wanted me to go to the bathroom in it, and he would like take it, and like I don't know if he was what the fuck he did with that shit.
Some kind of fetish or something?
Yeah, some weird shit. Like, but I drank my pee, and like on the 4th day when I like, when you're that thirsty. Like, you can feel it, like you're
dehydrated.
Yeah, you'll drink anything, like a can of oil or whatever. Like, you will drink any fucking thing when you're that thirsty. So I would like drink my own pee. He came in and beat me up for it. Like, and beat me up because for some reason it was for something. I don't know if he was fertilizing his lawn or what the fuck he was doing with it, but yeah. Yep.
Probably something a little more sinister than fertilizing the lawn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
It
He picked
gets
you up,
worse. It gets
punched you?
worse.
Okay.
It gets worse.
I can't imagine it getting worse.
It gets worse. And you know what? I've always been like, you know, where I didn't mess with cops or anything, but I can remember when that cop opened those friggin' doors, like she had like angel wings, like I seen it like that, like oh my gosh, like, and I get out of the hospital and it was still the same thing, like, and I was still sober at that point, like, and it's like, wow, man, my folks like still like didn't want nothing to do with me, and it's just like, I don't know, and I felt like there was no hope. Is what I felt like.
Okay, so you were hitchhiking, got in the car with somebody.
Yeah.
He punched you in the face till you're unconscious. Beat you in the face.
Yeah, I still have these little scars, all these little ones right here on my lip, on my eyeball.
Did he hit you with something, or did he just punch you?
His fist, over and over and over, and I can just like just nothing I could do. Like there was nothing I could do at that point.
Are you smiling, telling the story?
I
to keep
smile
from crying?
all the time. I smile all the time, and like I'll make bad jokes about it too, like
Is that
real
to
bad.
keep protecting yourself?
Yeah, and bad jokes about it. Or people look at me like, how could you even say like something like that? Like Felicia, like, because I only told a couple people the story. Like, they'll look at me like, wow, you're gonna talk about having puppies? Because he would have his dog come in, like his dog come in and have sex. Like, he thought that was something cool. He thought that was something cool.
Okay, I don't get you. I don't follow you. He brought the dog in to visit or to do what?
Like to have sex with me. He brought the dog in to have sex with me, and he got off on watching it. Like he would watch it.
And did the dog
It's
actually
the
do
sickest
that?
fucking thing. It's the sickest thing ever in life. Sickest thing ever in life.
And the dog actually cooperated?
For the most part. For the most part. For the most part. And it's so sick, and I'll make jokes, and they like just look at me like, you're. But to me, it's like, how else are you supposed to deal with something like that? How else are you supposed to?
So, was he filming anything, or was he just watching?
He was just watching. Be perv. Yeah, just watching. Yeah.
Wow. Was he abusive towards you himself sexually, or just the dog?
Yeah. He never had sex with me. Never, not one time. But he would he put this like 2x4 and like he put a lot of fucked up things inside my body. Like I didn't think I'd be able to walk after that. Like I thought I was gonna die. Like I still can't have sex like a normal. Like I can't.
So he probably ruined some of your
everything. Like yeah. Like I'm yeah. I'm not a normal person. Like I'm ripped from like the front to the back. Like, and then when they put it together, it's like it's not the same though. Like
that's horrible. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. So how did you ever get out of that mess? Or did you think you were gonna die?
I thought I was gonna
kill you?
yeah, I thought I was gonna die. And you know what? He was like, I guess out because they have in Oro Grande is just like a lot of like desert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there were some people down in like the end of the road he went and turned on, and they just always thought he was a weirdo. I guess that's what the guy says in the police report. I never met the man who called the police, but he was outside digging the hole like to put me in. And the guy called the police. He goes, hey, something's just not right here. Like, you know, I've seen this guy come in with one night, and now he's out here. He's just funny, and like he just said, could you check up on it? And that's what he said. And the police came out.
And that was the beginning of your being saved.
Yeah, that was it. Like, and then they put me in that domestic violence shelter, which was it was okay. Like, it's like, but it's not the same. It's not domestic. Yeah.
Dang noisy trucks. Okay. So I'm sorry to have you relive that. That's horrible. I mean, just
he was so weird.
Morbid curiosity. Was it just a 2x4, or was
there was a lot? There was a lot more. Yeah, anything. Oh my gosh. And he would leave me there tied up like that, like, and just leave me like the end of that shovel. Like it was just like, and it goes so far in you, like you can't like. I could never have kids, but good thing I'm old enough and I already have kids. But
so the dog to have sex with you, a shovel. A 2x4?
A 2x4, yeah.
How do you mentally get through that?
Joke, I don't know. You don't really.
And you had no idea who this guy was, perfect stranger.
And he had the big bottle cap glasses, perfect stranger, total 100% stranger.
And then the way that someone saved you is they saw him digging a hole, like to put you in, presumably.
To put me in. Yeah, he saw him drive out there, and like 7 days before, 7 days. And the paramedics had told me like if it would have been like 15 minutes longer, like maybe half hour, I probably would have been dead. because I could barely see, like, out of this side just a little bit, like, just barely.
Did he tell you that he was going to kill you, or did he talk to you during?
He
or?
didn't talk very, not hardly at all, which was really, like, it made it more scary. Like, made it more scary.
So he's just silent while he's doing all this stuff.
Real silent. Yep. And, like, if I would cry or scream, and, like, the more I would scream, like, it looked like the happier he was getting, like, and would, like, do it worse. So then I just got quiet, like, you know what I mean? So where you just, like, take it. You just take it. That's how I feel. And that's my real story.
Truly sorry that you had to go through that. That's
Yeah.
horrible. I can't even imagine. It's going right, like, or dancing around my head because I
It's
can't
like a
even
horrible
fathom it.
lifetime. It's like a horrible lifetime movie. Like, that's how I say it. This is like a bad lifetime movie. But you know what? Being homeless, this happens to girls all the time. Like, I've had a couple girlfriends out here where I've never seen them again. Like, oh, hey, I'm just gonna go. Like, some dude said, oh, he's gonna buy you food, and like, they're gone. They hop in his car and you don't see him
So
again.
out of like need for something, then they just trust whoever.
Yeah.
Now,
I had a damn court date, like a court date. You know, that was real important to me. I didn't want to be kicked out of my house. I didn't know nobody. So I have this court date. So I'm just hitchhiking and done.
that's so horrible and gross what he did. I hate
The
that.
dog part's pretty gnarly.
Did he sodomize you as well?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, I was ripped from the front to the back. I wouldn't have known if it was sodomy or regular. Like, yeah, at one point. Yep. I had to wear a diaper for a hot minute. Like, and that's no picnic either, though. You know.
I don't think so. That's
Yeah.
wow.
That fucked me up pretty good.
And how long ago was that?
3 years ago. 3 years. I was homeless for about a couple, 30 days maybe. But I had been in and out. My folks were always fighting with me. I'd been in and out a little bit, but not over here. Not like that. Like, not like just out on the street where they'll just turn their back on me and call the police or. So that was pretty raw. About 3.5 years ago.
Wow. Do you know that if he ever faced any charges or anything?
You know what? He did. And then there was like a loophole, and they let him out for a minute, like just for a hot minute. And then they got him right back in, and they said, hey, there's more charges. It's not domestic violence. Like, because at first I wouldn't say anything. I didn't like say anything that happened, and I can remember the officer, the lady who came in, and she's looking at me in my hospital bed like, are you protecting him? Why are you tell me what happened? And I just I couldn't tell her anything. I was so scared. I was
probably,
really,
even though it wasn't your fault, you felt ashamed probably, or
I was just scared.
embarrassed.
I was just scared. Like, how could, oh my gosh, if I tell him this guy, what if, I don't know if there were more, I don't know what my
he
head
comes
was.
to find you again or something.
Yeah, what my head was thinking. Yeah, I just didn't say anything for the longest. It was took me a couple weeks, and they had let him out in the meantime. Just let him out. And as soon as I the people at the domestic violence shelter, they're real supportive. Then they helped me. They were like, hey, what if he does it to someone else? What if this happens? You really have to say something. So I went and I told them this is exactly what happened. And they checked. They have to confirm it. Oh, okay, yes, she did have a court date. She did have this. You know what I mean? So everything checked out. And I was like, why would? I don't even know this dude, but they were thinking it was domestic. Maybe I was married.
That
He
was
was
your
my
partner?
boy. Yeah. Because I didn't say anything. But it was out of being scared. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I would think you would be terrified of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So I know I was getting restitution. They were paying me $80-something a month. You know what I mean? I get these little cheesy $24 checks for restitution, victim restitution. I didn't cash a single one of them. Not a single freaking one of them. If my child wants to or something, you know what I mean? She lost her mom or something bad happened. If she wanted to, I would let her. But there's nothing that guy could ever do for me. Not $80-something a month.
And so what does that do for your future? Are you able to have relationships, or you don't trust
I don't know.
anybody, or?
No, not at all. But I want to I want to be loved, or I want to be with someone, but I don't see where it could happen. It's not as bad as some people where it's it is their partner. It is their, their domestic other where they trust them in the 100%, and then they hurt them. It's so yeah, I could probably trust somebody again, but I don't know. The sex part and all that, I couldn't do. They would have to deal with that, and what guy could really deal with that?
sorry you had to go through that.
Me too. Me too. Me too, dude.
Nobody deserves that.
Me too. But there's got to be a reason for it. There's got to be a reason for it.
That's horrible.
Oh my gosh, I just said I wouldn't cry too.
That's alright. How could you not cry?
Like, because, I don't know. I'm a pretty strong person. I just try to get through it every day.
I've heard a lot of stories, and that's by far the most harsh.
It's pretty raw. It's pretty raw.
And it sucks that you had to go through that. I truly am sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, and I'm like the most chipper person out here. I don't want to see anybody else go through it either. So I'm real like a big advocate about like women, like don't hitchhike, like don't like even risk it. Like don't hitchhike ever. Always have like a friend with you, even if you want to get a free meal or like. And like people out here will do anything for a free meal sometimes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women are out here because they don't want to deal with the abuse or they don't want to deal with like what's going on in their life, and they're out here for a reason. They don't want to hop in the car with any.
I think that's probably a lot where the drug use comes in too, because like pacifies the time.
Yeah.
Pacifies the drama of the situation.
Yeah.
Escape from reality a little bit.
Heck yeah, mine's my alcohol. If I like, oh my gosh, I drink and I just don't think about it, and then everything's fine.
Well, I don't think anyone can blame you after what you went through. Jeez.
Yeah, 20 bottles of Zoloft and friggin' 200 bottles of liquor, and I'm fine. Like, I'm still fine.
It's amazing that you can smile.
Yeah, about everything. And then you should hear some of the messed up jokes I make. Like, they like scare me. How could I say that?
And you don't hate men.
I don't hate men. Nah, I hate that man. There is something way wrong with him. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Those weird ass eyes. Like, yeah, weird. Oh my god, yeah, let's just
All right,
leave that
let's
out.
move on.
Let's leave
I
that
don't
out.
I don't want to keep.
He has some weird fucking eyes, dude. I can only like look at his eyes. So.
I don't want to keep making you squirm over that or making myself squirm. That's horrible.
But that's like the biggest thing. That was my biggest thing. Like that made me like where I drink and I do drugs. Like that's my biggest thing. I didn't even want to try it no more. That was it.
I don't think anyone can blame you. Are there any resources out here that you could?
Well, yeah, they put me in that domestic violence shelter, which was really great. Like, it was cool. Like, and they really care about you, put you in counseling, and they do a lot for women who are, like, abused like that. But I think I was, like, beyond. I think I was just there beyond. Too much. Yeah.
Or maybe they weren't specifically trained to help someone with
like that. Cause
that kind of trauma that's happened.
Yeah. And they catered to me a little bit because, you know what I mean? Because it came back, like when they did a bunch of tests, they have to do every test on you. And it came back like 2 weeks later because I had to go in and because they had to take out my gallbladder because they had spashed it in. A lot of my insides have been really tore up. So it turned out after I'd been there, after they did the gallbladder thing, it was they told me I was pregnant. I said, what, with the dog? With the dog? What are you talking about? But he would come in his thing and just I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, he would come in a condom all the time, blah, blah, and he would shove it in me, and I didn't even realize that that's what he was doing at all, because everything in the world had been shoved in me already. If I was hungry, oh, you hungry? Here goes your meatloaf. Hey, you hungry? Everything. I didn't even think about it. So that was a real hard decision.
Okay, you're losing me.
Really? They told me I was pregnant after all this. He would fill me up.
I get that, yeah. But you're saying if you're hungry or whatever.
Yeah, he would shove everything in me, even my food, even the food. He would come out oh, I have a hamburger, be eating it and shove it in my throat. Everything, to where nothing else would fit. That bad. Everything.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I always say. I thought I was having puppies.
So if you wanted to eat something, would you have to take it out of your...
I didn't eat anything. No, because I was tied up. Like this, on a rail like that most of the time. Yeah, most of the time. But yeah, he was really... Oh my God, that's what I always say. I thought I was having puppies. Bad joke. To me, it's kind of funny. bad.
That someone survived that and that they're okay to smile and talk. And
Oh my god. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything. I didn't want to like really bring it out. Like it's like, yeah, it's pretty raw.
but it's important that you can tell people, or they can see that someone can survive. Like,
Yeah. But what's wrong with people though? Like, what's wrong with
a
people?
lot of maniacs.
Yeah. Yeah. That part.
It's because they have to like get somebody weaker,
Yeah.
a female, and abuse them, because a man would probably beat the heck out of them.
Yeah. Yeah. There's not enough holes on a man to. I'm so stupid. Oh my god.
No, you're not stupid at all.
Oh my god.
That's the way you deal with it, is humor.
Yeah,
It's the
it
way you
is.
get through
It
it.
is.
And I totally understand that.
It is. 100%. Because I don't want to be crying all the time.
Yeah, you can't live your life like that. Let him win.
Yeah.
Have you miserable all the time.
Yeah.
But
They stopped giving me restitution though. After like, what was it? I was telling them, I was like, I haven't got one of those stupid restitution checks at the welfare office in months. So it makes me wonder, like, what if he got out or something, or what if something happened to him?
do you know if he was married or had kids or anything?
As far as I know, he didn't. As far as I know, but they didn't get into that in the police report. They really didn't.
Were you drinking like before this happened?
Not where you could say I was alcoholic. No.
So it definitely increased it.
Yeah. That was I was like a weekend warrior, like, you know, like a semi-normal person. But yeah, it got real bad after that, real bad. Yeah, even at the domestic violence shelter, like, I was just like losing my head. And they had me see psychiatrists and do all these things. And I was still like, I sneak out and go get some alcohol. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to do, just sit there and be drunk and numb and like not feel nothing.
Did they kick you out because of that?
They just let me, yeah. Well, actually, they tried to transfer me to another place where it was a little more lenient, but I didn't even make it there. I didn't even go there. I just went to the liquor store. That's it. I just sat there. I sat there for a long time, for a long time, for about a year. And just didn't care. Like, I didn't change my clothes. I didn't take a shower. Like, didn't care. But like, you know what I mean? The uglier and dirtier you look, like,
Less of a chance, you would think.
yeah. You know, it's real shit. But if it wasn't for like how I say, like, my girls over here, like, you know, like a lot of the other homeless people, like, I wouldn't have got through it. I wouldn't have, you know, kind of support each other. And
So that's another thing I wanted to ask you. Would you say you had people out here that have your back?
100%. 100%. More than anybody else that... Because, like, they understand, like, yeah, I am an alcoholic. Yeah, I do have these problems, but I have a story behind it. Like, there is something behind it. And they don't judge me or, like...
That's what people need to know, that everybody has a story.
Yeah, we didn't
No
just
one grows up and says, I want to be homeless when I grow up.
Yeah,
And I want to live on the street and eat out of the trash can.
Yeah, can I be that victim, please? Like,
Yeah, nobody... A lot of it is through no fault of your own.
Yeah. But we do make these choices, too, though. Like, we make these choices. I didn't have to hitchhike, or I didn't have to, like...
Yeah, but you never expected that.
Yeah. We don't expect it, yeah. A lot of things.
That's a horror movie.
That's what I say. A lifetime friggin' somebody watching it 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, yeah. And not realize that people really live like that. Like, live that
Live
shit.
through it, and God, it would give you nightmares.
Yeah.
Just even hearing about it
Real
or
talk.
watching it on TV, and you've had to live through it.
Yeah. I can't stand meatloaf. I hate meatloaf.
Here you go laughing.
Yeah, I could never
Cheering
eat
me
meatloaf.
back up because I keep going down.
I could never eat meatloaf. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow. Did you ever do any time?
No.
Okay. So what do you do to get money to eat out here? Do you get
I
drugs? Do you have to get alcohol?
recycle.
Oh, good for
like
you.
a big dog. Yeah. And I get mad at anybody else recycling around here. Like,
I see little Cherry walking around their big old
I'm like, get out of here. This is my side. That's your side. Yeah, she works hard too. Charity is a hard worker too.
She just got beat up. Did you see her?
I didn't.
She's cut all the way up here. She's cuts on her
no.
face.
That sucks.
Yeah, she said someone in her house was disrespecting her and just kept going by her couch or whatever, just kicking her animal and like just pushing it out of the way. And she asked him nicely about 10 times, and then the girl just about it.
The crazy girl, huh?
I really don't know. I've seen
That's
a few girls
awful.
there, but I don't know their names.
That's awful. That's awful. So I really do, like, I try to tell everybody, like, violence ain't the way. Like, just quit beating each other up. Like, quit beating each other up. And everybody's got a story. Everybody. And normally every person I have passed the pipe to has been raped or molested or had some kind of hardcore trauma, usually younger, like, than I've had it.
Yeah.
But I mean, every single one of them. There's not one of them who's like, oh yeah, I grew up in the suburbs and everything was great. And yeah, no, not one person.
Well, if you could survive what you did, I mean, you could let anyone know they could make it after.
Yeah, we can survive, and it's hard.
Woman.
Yep, we can survive. For a while there, I was only half a person, not even half a person. I didn't think I was like still alive, but
you know. Always looking over your shoulder, or
always. I still do right now. I still do every day.
Is it scarier at night?
Yeah, worse at night. Like I've been terrified to the point where I can't even get out like the where it's light. You know what I mean? Oh, you gotta move, miss. No, I don't. I'm not. Go ahead and call the police. Like, they could take me to jail. I have some pepper spray I carry, but like sometimes I always worry, like, what if it doesn't come out? Like, I want to make sure you're not getting up.
How do people treat you when they see you're homeless? Do everybody know you don't look homeless to me?
It's a mix. Well, I just found this shirt this morning. Like when we were sitting over there in those bags, I got this shirt. And yeah. But it looked brand new. It looked brand new. So yeah, I don't look homeless. Felicia gave me this flower she picked right over here. So good.
So does everybody just, they don't realize you're homeless?
It's a mix. It's a good mix. No, everybody in this town probably knows I'm homeless. Like they already know. But it's a mix. Either like you know what, you have a heart and like you know, and like okay, here's some water, and then other people will be like, get a job. Like you should be doing something, or like and like really like snub you, or like makes you feel bad. Like dang, maybe I could get a job if I wasn't so, you know, getting through my thoughts half the morning and then trying to get a shower and something to eat.
What about your daily struggles? Like what
Every
could
day?
I do to help you? Like if I was gonna help you, what do you need? Clothes?
Like today,
water? Do you need...
I think you saw my daily struggle today.
That was another question. What do you do when you're on your period? Like,
oh, that's
be
the
hard.
worst thing ever. Like today was the worst. I don't even want to stand up. Like you know what I mean? Because who knows? Everybody looking, and like being on my period is the worst. Like worst because I don't bleed like a normal person. Like I mean, I bleed like it's ridiculous. Like
surprised after the stuff that happened to you as well.
It comes out like a flood. Like for like 2 days, and that's it. Like and it's so embarrassing. Like that's why she said, "Do you need some help? Do you need yeah, I need some help." Like because they know, like and it's bad. It's not normal. I have to take iron. I have to take all these supplements, like all kinds of things. Like
so, if I can help you, people can help you. Iron, feminine products.
Yeah,
or
feminine
water?
products, and feminine products.
Do you just use tampons or?
You know what? I have to use like 3 tampons all together, like in one, and I have to use the Kotex, and like I use a lot. Like they say I'm supposed to wear a diaper, like the diaper ones would be better, but you know what? Honestly, like they make me like you can tell I'm wearing it. Like I have a baggy butt, like you know what I mean. I just don't wear those, but I'm supposed to. It'd be better. I need these things like and underwear, like you know little things, like because you can't walk into a store with like a mess and like you can't just be a normal person sometimes.
Okay, let me ask you, do you have any goals for the future, like 5 to 10 years? Where do you see yourself? Still out here, or you think you'll be off the streets?
I don't know. I just hope I'm like healed by then, like yeah.
I hope you're
and then I can think about like, hey, maybe I should do something with myself. Right. Yeah.
I would have a lot of nice things to say about you, but what would you want to say about yourself?
What I have to say about myself is like I don't want to feel like a victim, but I know I am a victim. Like, I am a victim. But I don't want to feel like a victim. I don't want to be treated like a victim. And I just think, like, about myself. I'm a freaking good person. Like, I think I'm a good person.
I'd say you were.
I don't deserve this kind of shit. Like.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you talking to me. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. Oops. We'll get that for you.
Yeah. Sorry. Like, I told myself I wouldn't cry, too. Like, I'll be cool. I won't cry.
That's all right. You're just keeping it real. Nothing wrong with that.